MV is a Unix command that moves one or more files or directories from one place to another. If both file names are on the same file system, this results in a simple file rename. Otherwise, the file content is copied to the new location and the old file is removed. Using MV requires the user to have write permission for the directories the file will move between. This is because MV changes the content of both directories involved in the move. When using the MV command on files located on the same file system, the file's timestamp is not updated. On Unix implementations derived from AT&T UNIX, CP, LN and MV are implemented as a single program with hard-linked binaries. The behavior is selected from the last path component name in argv, 0. This is a common technique by which closely related commands that have been packaged as a unit allow the user to specify the particular course of intended action. Conflicting existing file: when a file name is moved to an existing file name, the existing file is deleted. If the existing file is not writable but is in a directory that is writable, the MV command asks for confirmation before proceeding, unless the F option is used. Moving versus copying and removing: moving files within the same file system is generally implemented differently than copying the file and then removing the original. On platforms that do not support the rename syscall, a new link is added to the new directory and the original one is deleted. The data of file is not accessed. All POSIX conformant systems implement the rename call. An actual move is dramatically faster than the circuitous copy and move procedure. The file's I-number does not change. No permission is required to read the file being moved insofar as conceptually speaking it is only cataloging information that is being changed as a result of the move. Since the source and target directories are being modified, to wit, entries are being created within the target directory and erased from within the source directory, write permission in both directories is required to complete the move. Moving files from one file system to another may fail entirely or may be automatically performed as a unific copy and delete action. The actual details are dependent upon the implementation. Write permission on the directory being migrated is additionally required in the case where a directory is being reparented, sys, move to a different parent directory. This is because the entry euro, which can always be used as an alias for its parent if you don't know the parent's name, euro must be changed within the migrant per se. Renaming a directory from within one parent to within a different parent requires write permission in the directory being named, aside from permission to modify the old and new parents. This is because the I-number for the directory entry changes as a result of the rename. Options: most versions of MV support I interactively process, write a prompt to standard error before moving a file that would overwrite an existing file. If the response from the standard input begins with the character Y or Y, the move is attempted. F force overwriting the destination. Examples. Note that, in the above example, /mnt referred to the directory over which a given file system is mounted. Naming such directories /mnt is a popular convention but is by no means necessary. A file system can be thought of as an independent tree that is logically regarded as a unit. Its root is mounted atop a directory of the administrator's choice. Any previous contents of that directory are invisible, but they are restored when the new volume is unmounted. See also, CP, LN, RM, List of Unix programs, move, ren. References. External links, MV, move files are commands and utilities reference, the single Unix registered trademark specification, issue 7 from the Open Group.